Hey guys, Abby here. Welcome back for another episode. Today I have someone who is asking for help. A 60-year-old man is asking for some relationship help um, to kind of help spark and revive his marriage in the bedroom. So let me read his story and we'll see if we can help him. It says, "Hey Abby, I really need help and believe that you are the best person to provide me with guidance. I am 60-year-old male and my wife is 62. I haven't had tango, the devil's tango, in 3 years. My lack of interest. She is very conservative sexually, and I used to date really kinky women before I got married and loved it. Our tango life was boring, and when I asked her to wear lingerie for me years ago, she replied, 'Why? You should love me the way that I am.' Over time, I just got disinterested. After reading a lot about hot wives and cuckolds, I know that this is exactly what I want to bring life back to our bedroom. I thought about it a lot, the upsides and possible downsides, and I'm ready for it. Love the idea of her being with other men. The excitement of her dressing sexy and going to a bar to watch men hit on her is so appealing. Love to see a man at a bar who she hits it off with grope her girls behind and in between her legs. Love the idea of her going out on dates with men, showing me the results and reclaiming her. Love to watch her be taken by other men and pleasured in all ways. I'm afraid if I even mention the lifestyle, she will get flustered and act negatively. How can I very subtly make her aware of the lifestyle without coming right out and blurting it out? I've read suggestions that I watch porn with her, but that won't work for me. We have never watched porn together, and as I said, she is a bit of a conservative prude. I need to subtly get the message into her head. I thought of accidentally leaving a Wikipedia page open with the definition of hotwife displayed. I think that even that would cause a problem. But if I did, do you think the initial shock and anger on her part would eventually subside and the seed would have been planted, causing her to think about the idea of being a hot wife? Would she eventually mention it to me? Please provide any advice that you can on how I can subtly make her aware of the lifestyle and any other advice you can provide. Thanks so much. I love your videos and your amazing demeanor. Thanks again. Please help." So, um, yeah, so if you don't feel like there are many ways to approach this, bringing this up. Um, as you all know, I always advocate for open and honest communication in any relationship about anything, not just about sexual desires. Um, it is, in my opinion, the basis and the foundation of that everything else in your life and your relationship sits upon. And if you don't have that strong foundation, no good can come of it. It's going to crumble eventually at some point. The cracks are going to weaken and the whole thing's just going to crumble down. So, anyway, open and honest conversation. Um, I would maybe start with asking her, like, things like, if, I mean, you know your wife best and you know you know, how to get across to her. I mean, you're both in your 60s, so I'm assuming, making the assumption that you guys have been together for a significant length of time. Um, Maybe start a conversation about, does she miss this? Does she, you know, miss being intimate? Start there. Um, See how she feels. You know, let her know how you feel. Um, See if she wants to, um, start trying to find ways to ignite that fire again, to let the sparks fly a little bit. Um, it might be a slow burn, with that one, especially because it sounds like you've got a lot working against you. You haven't been intimate in 3 years. Um, she seems to be, uh, from to use your term, a bit of a prude and conservative. So that might be take a little more time and finesse to, um, crack that nut. Um, no pun intended there. But anyway, um, ask her, what do you think that you guys could do to reignite that? Um, Ask her if there are any fantasies that she has ever had in life that, may not have been fulfilled, sexually. That could be a good way to approach it. Take baby steps. Uh, See, you're going to have to definitely keep an open mind. And, if she comes up with something that you may not necessarily be interested in, or don't feel is going to do it for you, it might not be a bad idea just to explore it with her and say, okay, hey, this is your idea. Let's give it a try. Um, See, test the waters a little bit, get a feel for where she's at with comfort of things. Um, Explore some of the things that she's wanting. I think, being honest and saying, well, let's explore this because this is what you wanted. And, we'll see how it goes. And, maybe then we can try exploring something that I want in the future. Um, you never know. She may be into something that is totally, you would sit there and think, ew, no way, not gonna happen. But then you try it with her, and holy cow, you just found something else that you totally love, and this is great, and let's do it all the time. It just, but I think the conversation needs to be had for sure. Um, as far as the porn goes, I think that might take her back a little bit, take her off guard. She definitely sounds like she's gonna need to be eased into the idea. So, yeah, I would definitely say baby steps with this one for sure. Um, and let her know, don't make it just this is blah, everything that I want, dump it all in one conversation, dump it all out, and let the chips fall where they may, because it may take more than one conversation. It may take more than a one time or two times exploring things in the bedroom, um, to find, for her to open up and for, her to be willing to try, especially if she's a little more on the conservative side of things. I would say, even have conversations like, when I was growing up, I believe I mentioned this once before, to sit here and listen to me and talk in these videos, and to listen to the things that I've explored with my husband. Um, you may or may not know that I was raised a very strict Catholic schoolgirl. Growing up, there was, you didn't even talk about the devil's tango because it was just that, the devil's tango. Um, let alone discuss with your partner, or, you know, anything about anything kinky or lifestyle related. That was just never a conversation you had with anyone else, and or your partner. Um, that was just how I was raised, and that thought was embedded to my head all these years. And it took some, a divorce, and finding my husband now, and opening up, and, being a little older, I learned to realize, like, hey, your perspective on life and the things that you were taught when you were young, and growing up. Um, Believe it or not, I was very much a prude. Um, in my younger years, there was no way I would have tried the things that I've tried and done the things that I've done, nor openly admit that I enjoy them. So, uh, yeah, or sit in front of a camera and talk about them, even. So, and you guys are older, so you guys may have been, maybe you're not Catholic, but maybe you have been brought up with similar mindset. That's a very old school mindset. Um, and it's kind of funny. You see all kinds of Gen X people on videos now, like, you didn't talk about your feelings, you didn't talk about anything, you were left to fend for yourself and figure it out for yourself sometimes. um so, and you're kind of in that group as well, so it wasn't even necessarily a religious thing, um a religious mindset. It was even a, a societal thing. Um, so it may take a little bit of breaking down to kind of build up her confidence and build up that willingness to explore and openly talk about those things. So you might just have your work cut out for you with this one. But you've been without the tango for 3 years. So if it takes you another year to build up to where you want to be and exploring that hot wife, cuckold lifestyle, it may be worth the wait. It may be worth the wait and the time and the effort to get what you want. So I hope this helps you out. Anyone else have any other suggestions, recommendations, how he can approach this with his wife? I know I'm not any sort of expert, I guess. I just speak through experience and the things that I've learned. But I'm sure there are some of you out there that have learned things that I have yet to come across. So please do share in the comments. Let us know what you think, any tips and ideas that you may have. And that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, everybody, love hugs and smoky kisses. Bye.